Good afternoon. I'm here today to announce the appointment of David Weiss as a special counsel, consistent with the Department of Justice regulations governing such matters. In keeping with those regulations, I have today notified the designated members of each House of Congress of the appointment. On Tuesday of this week, Mr. Weiss advised me that in his judgment, his investigation had reached a stage at which he should continue his work as a special counsel, and he asked to be so appointed. Upon considering his request, as well as the extraordinary circumstances relating to this matter, I have concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint him as special counsel.
All right. Pretty interesting news going on today regarding the Hunter Biden investigation. So, if you're like me, you're suspicious. Is this a way to kind of block the Republicans in Congress and moving forward with these articles of impeachment that we've been hearing about the last couple days? Or does this enhance that? I don't know. Not a legal expert. But Catherine Herridge on CBS just gave her summary on what's going on, and I find her to be probably the most straight shooter you'll see on mainstream media. And here's what she says, and it seems like she's probably right on about some of these points here. Here she is.
Native correspondent Catherine Herridge. Catherine, you were in the room for the announcement. Give us some context. What led to this point? Why is this happening now?
Well, what we know from the Justice Department and the Attorney General is that it's happening now because it came at the request of the U.S. Attorney in Delaware, David Weiss, who's been leading the Hunter Biden investigation since 2018, that he needs these additional authorities as the investigation continues. But you're right to point out that this decision did not happen in a vacuum. You need to see several data points here to understand, I think, what the pressure was to elevate this case. First and foremost, we have the failure of that plea agreement just about 2 or 3 weeks ago in Delaware, where both sides were ready to wrap this thing up with a bow, only to learn that the judge felt she couldn't accept or reject the plea agreement because of what she described as non-standard terms in that agreement. You recall it was for 2 misdemeanor tax charges and 1 felony gun offense. Also, what's happened in recent weeks has been this very public testimony of these IRS whistleblowers on Capitol Hill about what they say they witnessed during the course of David Weiss's investigation. To sum it up, they allege that there was preferential treatment for the president's son and that the evidence supported much more serious felony tax charges, including tax evasion. And finally, it's a question of the precedent. The calls for a special counsel have been lingering for years in this particular case. But now David Weiss has felt that the ongoing investigation needs that kind of elevation and protection. And I know you both know that it was this element of an ongoing investigation that led to the unraveling of that plea agreement in Delaware. Hunter Biden's attorneys felt that this deal was the end of the story. No more litigation for Hunter Biden and his business deals. But the federal prosecutor said that's not the case, not so fast. We have a number of ongoing issues that we are considering.
Clearly not the end of the story. All right. Thanks, Catherine.
There's this testimony now where one of your son's former business associates is claiming that you were on speakerphone a lot with them, talking business. Is that what?
Never talk business in anybody. And I knew you'd have a lousy question.
Well, why is that a lousy question?
Because it's not true.